Welcome to the podcast for Brain and Cortland in the morning on 98.1 K-Hawk.
Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Love you, miss you, mean it. From Luke Bryan. Good morning, Brain and Cortland with you on a Monday morning.
Hi.
Welcome to fall, everybody.
I love it.
Oh, my God. Isn't it great?
So yesterday, my mom and I went to the Makokata Caves, and it was the perfect day to go because it was only like, 67 degrees while we were there.
Chilly.
And it was overcast, but it wasn't raining. And we went early in the morning, so we didn't encounter very many people while we were there. It was
like you had rented the park for yourselves.
Yes, and it was the perfect way to kick off fall.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it's here. I had to put my butt warmers on in my car this morning.
Yeah. Listen, as I sat downtown and waited for the world's longest train. I had the heat on as well. So
yeah, look at that.
Thought I'd scream that out. I know you decorated for fall in your house, and so Holly had been
I did it
a long
time ago.
slowly matriculating fall items until this weekend when the weather got cool, and it's like poof, fall done blown up in my house as
Pumpkins
well.
are everywhere.
I got gourds, pumpkins, leaves, fall blankets, throw pillows. I mean, it's just dwarves with weird hats, all kinds of crap.
Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Do you mean gnomes?
Sorry, maybe I mean gnomes.
I think you meant gnomes.
Maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I have dwarves living in my house and I don't even know it.
Dwarves with weird hats? No, those are called gnomes.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got gnomes. Cortland.
You got gnomes coming out my ears.
I got gnomes on gnomes.
Gnomes just became like really trendy a few years ago for some reason.
Yeah, and listen, when they become untrendy, I'm screwed because I've got too many gnomes in my house to get rid of now. They're there forever.
They're trending forever.
They're trending forever at Brain's house. So, of course, the windows were open. Oh, my God. It was just, my alarm went off this morning. I'm like, I just want to sleep in the cold for a while longer.
I know. I'm exhausted and I have no caffeine.
You know, they sell those at convenience stores. I don't understand it. Why? Just stop and get one, man.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work.
It's not. There's a convenience store less than a quarter mile from your house.
You want to go get me one then?
No, because I stop at one on my way into work. What are you doing, man? You could have texted me. I could have got you one.
I didn't even think about it.
Okay.
My mom is still at my house.
Dude,
so.
Call your mom.
I asked her if she wanted, before she left, I'm like, why don't you stop up and say hi to Brain? And she said, no.
No.
I said, you don't care about Brain? She said, no, because I'd have to figure out where your office is. And then I'd have to figure out where to park. And then I'd have to walk in. I'm like, oh, God, it's so difficult.
Man. But that's life. That's life. Sometimes.
So she won't be coming in this morning, but she said she was leaving at 5. So
wow. Okay. All right.
She really wants to get out of here.
Well,
she said enough.
She's on the road and doesn't care about me. God bless. I'm joking. Thanks for the homemade bread that you brought in, though.
It's her zucchini bread.
Yes, and so
this is all I have left of my mini loaf that I brought in this morning.
I haven't broke into mine yet. I was eating my morning apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
And now you can ruin that by eating a whole loaf of zucchini
I'm
bread.
going to completely undo all the good I've done. It's Brain and Cortland on K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Back then, right now, Tyler Hubbard, good morning. It's Brain and Cortland. It's Monday, and sometimes, when we have concert news to announce, usually we'll be able to promote it over the whole weekend, but sometimes things just pop up.
They pop up, and we have no idea that they're even coming.
Yep.
But we found out over the weekend that we have concert news to announce today.
Yeah, coming up this morning at 10 a.m. You got to wait a little while longer. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's a long while longer.
These are the rules that we have been given.
Okay.
So 10 a.m. concert news. It's an Eastern Iowa show. We can tell you that much right now.
And it's a country show.
Well, that would make sense since it's on K-Hawk.
But that's about it. That's really all we can say.
No, we're announcing T-Pain at the amphitheater.
I would go to that show.
I know. No, country concert news coming your way this morning at 10 on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number one for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Wasted on You. That's Morgan Wallen, Brain and Cortland on a Monday morning.
Now, if you think I'm a weird person, which I'm sure many of you do, I don't disagree with you, but my weirdness comes from my family. And here's proof of that.
Oh, man.
My mom came to visit over the weekend. She got here around noon on Friday. So she made really good time. And then when she came in, we both immediately laid down to take a nap. It was awesome.
That's beautiful. That is bonding right
That's
there.
why I love when my mom visits, because we both require a daily nap.
Yeah.
And so I never had to fight her on it. And she wasn't like, let's go do something. She was like, let's go to sleep. So that was great. But here's what happened. She walks up to my front door and she knocks. I'm like, you have a key. Why? And it's unlocked because I know you're coming. So I don't know why she did that. But she's holding a gift bag. And I'm like, is she bringing me a present?
What?
And I open the door and she goes, hi, I brought your brother, and shoves the gift bag into my hands. She traveled to Iowa with a gift bag that is filled with my brother's ashes.
Now, I just want to clarify
and she buckled it into the front seat of the car.
I want to clarify. Your brother's ashes were not in a gift bag. They were in
like a box inside of a gift bag.
Because when you said that the first time, I'm like, there are classier things that you can carry him around in.
And I said, Mom, why? And she said, well, he never came to visit you when he was alive, so I thought I'd bring him. And so then we had to set my brother on the coffee table. And every time we leave, my mom would say to my dog, have fun with Connor.
Okay. All right. Oh, my God. I thought the gift bag was going to be the strangest part of that story.
No. Clearly it was not.
Wow.
So the next time you're like, Cortland, why are you so weird? Go talk to my mom. She'll tell you.
Okay. Well.
We have a very morbid sense of humor in my family.
And
but we kind of have to.
And I don't think that it was done just out of a sense of humor. I think that your mom did genuinely have good intentions by
yesterday
bringing him along.
When she was packing, she's like, "Do you want to keep him here for a while?" I'm like, "No, you can take him back with you. Thanks."
Yeah. So does your mom typically have him at her house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just came for a visit.
Do they travel a lot together?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. Well, then this was a special occasion. So there you go.
So my brother came to visit this week.
You're okay. All right. That's not what I thought we were going to talk about right now, but okay.
Okay.
Braden Cortland, happy Monday. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Austin from Dasha. Good morning. It's Braden Cortland. Last week was a rough week for restaurant news, closings, and a lot of folks talking about the road construction going on over in the Nubo district off of 16th Avenue right in front of Ideal.
Yeah, my mom and I were over in the Nubo in Czech Village district over the weekend, and we drove past it, and it doesn't look great.
No, it's rough.
They've got the entire street torn up over there, and they've got those big fences all around the area.
Yeah. So there was a press conference on Friday where there was supposedly going to be an announcement about help that was on the way for these restaurants, and over 30 businesses in the Czech Village Nubo area that are in need of help because of the construction, not only on the street there, but of the flood protection walls that are being built along the Cedar River as well. And so at that press conference, they announced a new program, and it's called Cone Zone Cash. And it can be spent just like real money at businesses in those districts. You have to opt in if you're a business to be part of this. And basically, the businesses and people buy these not they're really gift cards, but it can be used the same as cash. And you can only use them at businesses in those districts that opt in. And it's encouraging people to go down during that time where they're having a tough go because of road construction. We have a link on I'm going to admit it's kind of confusing.
I'm a little bit confused.
I like the fact they're trying something.
So you have to buy basically.
You can. Basically, they're encouraging the businesses and other people to buy the cash and then hand them out to friends and people that they want to go down to those places.
Okay.
So, because somebody obviously raised a good point. Well, why buy Cone Zone cash when you can just go down and spend your own money at these businesses? But I think what they're encouraging people in other places to do is to buy the Cone Zone cash and then give it away to people to encourage them to go down to those businesses.
So the businesses are supposed to spend money on the cash?
Not necessarily.
Not
necessarily.
Because I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense.
There's a link up on the K-Hawk app if you want more information on that program. They're trying to help. I understand. But also during that press conference, the owners of Bomax, who you remember closed in August, announced that their closing is only temporary, that they are going to eventually reopen. And so that was a little bit surprising.
Yeah, that is very surprising.
So I just think...
Did they explain that any further?
No reason was given for the closure in the first place.
Okay.
And they gave no news of when they might reopen.
Well, that's good news, though.
No, well, listen, we'll take it. But are they like, listen, we're not opening up until this road work is done?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. And if that's the case and they can afford to do that, that's great. Other businesses, including the Ideal Theater and Bar, they can't afford to close down and just sit and wait until that road work is done. Most businesses and restaurants can't wait. So the bottom line is, if you have a favorite place in the Czech Village or Nubo and you know that the construction is not great down there, if you can, get down and support them. I think that's the most important thing to do. We always talk about supporting local restaurants. This is a crucial time to support some in a couple of different areas in Cedar Rapids. So.
And we have, Chrome Horse closing over in that area, too, which is a huge bummer.
That's going to leave a huge hole in Nubo, don't you think?
I think so.
So
they have the best patio over there.
It's a great patio for concerts and football games. And yeah, so hopefully I'm just hopeful something great goes in there.
Me too.
So we'll let you know when we know. But if you want more information about Bomax reopening, it's on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Young Love and Saturday nights. Chris Young, good morning. It's Brain and Cortland. Welcome into a Monday. Hope you had a great weekend because the K-Hawk Cash Cow is back again today.
Yeah. Is there really any better reason to look forward to Monday?
Can't think of one.
Than a chance to win $30,000. I mean, Mondays are just bleh, but they're much better when the cash cow is shooting out cash.
Shooting out cash. Usually when a cow shoots something out, it ain't cash. For all you farm folk out there.
We have a different cow here at K-Hawk.
Been on the wrong end of a heifer before. Hello. So listen, I'm holding in my hand right here one of my beautiful Diet Mountain Dew bottles. And if I won $30,000, Cortland, do you realize that I could buy 12,000 bottles of Diet Mountain Dew? And that would be...
And it still wouldn't be enough for you.
And that would be a Diet Mountain Dew a day for 32 years.
Are you making this up?
No,
There's
I
no
just
way
did
you
the
did
math.
any of this math.
I just did the math.
I don't believe you.
I can't believe that you don't believe me.
So how much is one Diet Mountain Dew?
$2.50.
Oh, that just seems like too much.
30,000. Go to the store and get one. There. I mean, I'm complaining about the price too. 30,000 divided by 250 is 12,000, and 12,000 divided by 365.
Wow, look at you.
Is just over 32 years.
See, this is what the cash cow does. It makes people who can't do math suddenly become a math wizard.
Hello, IR Smart. And caffeinated. Thank you, Diet Mountain Dew. Your first code and free math lessons comes up at 8:20 this morning on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Jason Aldean to take a little ride. Braden Cortland on a Monday morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. You mentioned that your mom was in town. She's headed back home to Michigan this morning, right?
Yeah, she just texted me that she's gone. She's officially left the state of Iowa. But we watched, and this is why I like when my mom comes to visit.
Okay.
I don't have to do a whole lot to impress her. Right? I mean, we just sit on the couch. We do like one activity a day. We go out to eat and then we come back and we find something to watch. And my mom is as obsessed with true crime as I am.
Okay.
So we ended up watching a lot of true crime documentaries. But you watched something else over the weekend and you actually finished it.
Yes, I finished the show on Netflix. It's called The Perfect Couple. Nicole Kidman is the big star in this one, although there's plenty of other people. Dakota Fanning, Liv Schreiber, that you'll recognize in this show. And it is about a murder that happens the night before a wedding that is supposed to happen at this perfect couple's home at Martha's Vineyard. That's kind of the setting. Very rich, powerful couple. And so it's a murder mystery, basically. And you're introduced to all these characters, family members and friends who have gathered for this wedding. And there are some that you are meant to like. And there are some that you are like, I don't care for that person at all. And then there are others where you're like, okay, am I supposed to? Are they making me look at this person on purpose? So you find yourself going, okay, who did it? Who am I supposed to consider?
It's a whodunit.
It's a whodunit.
Did you figure it out before the ending? Did you predict it correctly?
No, I'm going to give Holly all the credit in the world here. She goes, I think I know who did it. And I go, oh, okay. And so she told me who she thought it was. And I said, all right, we'll find out. And she was right.
Wow.
And I asked her, I said, any particular reason why that you thought it was that person? And by the way, I will not give it away on the air.
I was going to say, don't spoil it.
And she goes, no. She goes, no particular reason. She goes, there were plenty of people that she goes, you were meant not to like, during the show. I will say this. I really enjoyed the show when it started. And as it went along, there were a few twists and turns, but there wasn't any one real big, oh my, OMG moment where you're like, that's awesome. I love shows or movies that have that big twist at the end that you didn't even see coming. In the end, you're like, no, that makes sense.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah. And I think maybe that's why the show is getting like a 64, 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's okay. It's good.
Was it worth the 6 hours of your life that you spent watching it?
Yeah. I mean, I spent, it was, 2.5 days it took me to watch it. It wasn't something that was so riveting I had to sit down and just finish it. I got football to watch too, Cortland.
Oh,
man's got to live.
Okay.
But
well, let me tell you one of the series I started over the weekend.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the trailers for this, but it's called Chimp Crazy.
I have seen it, and I don't know what it's about.
So it's the same people who did Tiger King, right?
We're on to monkeys now.
Remember Tiger King?
A simpler time where none of us left our homes.
But instead of tiger people, this one's all about chimp people. And a woman named Tanya Haddix who refers to herself as the Dolly Parton of chimps.
Well, if it's about time. Thank God the chimp world finally has a Dolly Parton.
I would not refer to her as the Dolly Parton of chimps. But my mom and I watched the first episode of this, and I think we were just both kind of angry. We had to take a break after like an episode and a half and say, maybe we'll finish this later. Because it's another one of those situations where these people are like, look how much I love these animals. I love them so much. But I'm going to keep them in cages and not treat them the way they're supposed to be treated. And when I'm told that they need to be taken away from me, I'm going to be really upset about that, even though they're going to go live better lives on a sanctuary with people who are trained to take care of them, and they won't have to sit in a cage every day for the rest of their life. But no, I love them too much. I want them.
Everybody thinks they want a pet monkey until the pet monkey rips your face off.
No,
I'm sorry.
That's the scary thing, too.
Yeah.
They show you, when you raise them from little babies, they're fine until they hit a certain age.
Yeah.
And then they are unsafe. I get that they share DNA with humans, but they're still animals.
Yes, they are wild animals.
They're wild.
Yeah.
They should be wild animals. So anyway, I'm about an episode and a half into this, but it's on HBO if you want to watch it. Max.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Chimp Crazy, 4 episodes.
Chimp Crazy. Love it. I mean, the title alone is worth checking out. It's Brady Cortland on 98 Purdue Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, Tim McGraw, and something like that. Brady Cortland with you on a Monday morning. The WNBA playoffs started yesterday. We'll get to the Indiana Fever in a moment, but it was also a big day yesterday for former Hawkeye and current Indiana Fever guard Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark was named unanimous WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Good for her.
There's all this talk about how that might be a contested award. It was not. It was not.
We were all kind of expecting it.
Unanimous. That means
everyone agreed.
She got all the votes.
Yes.
She got all the first place votes. She was also voted first team WNBA, which was also a nice accomplishment in her first season. And she came in number 4 in MVP voting. Asia Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces, of course, winning that for the 3rd straight season. So, So some good news early for Caitlin Clark. Some awards. And then the game. Oh, this was bad. So listen, the Connecticut Sun, the first round opponent for the Indiana Fever, they are among the best teams defensively in the WNBA. You knew that the Fever were probably going to have trouble, and they did. Caitlin Clark's first playoff game, one to forget. 11 points. She shot just 2 of 13 from three-point range, and she was 4 for 17 from the field overall. She did have 8 assists to just 2 turnovers, but
not every game can be your game.
No, but this is the playoffs.
I know, but that's a lot of pressure, too.
It is, and this Indiana Fever team does not have a lot of playoff experience. They haven't been to the playoffs, I think, since 2016, so it's been a while. The two teams will play again on Wednesday, and if the Fever lose that game, they are out of the playoffs. The first round's a best of 3. So Indiana needs to win. And then if they do win, game 3 will be held in Indianapolis. So that's what I think everyone is hoping for.
Okay, so to move away from basketball for a minute, you said you also watched a lot of football this weekend.
I did watch a lot of football this weekend, yes.
Were you more pleased with football games than you were with the Fever?
Yes. I was just disappointed in the Fever. I wasn't shocked because Connecticut's really good. Yes, the Iowa Hawkeyes, of course, beat Minnesota on Saturday night to bring home Floyd of Rosedale. The pig is back in Iowa City. So that was awesome to see.
I was very confused about that.
A lot of bacon posts on social media Saturday night. I smell bacon. I'm like, really? Where are you guys eating that? No, Floyd of Rosedale back in Iowa City. And then, of course, in the NFL on Sunday, the Green Bay Packers go down to Tennessee and beat the Titans 30-14. Hopefully it's their last game without quarterback Jordan Love, who did warm up before the game, because this weekend it's Packers versus Vikings at Lambeau Field. I saw that your Detroit Lions escaped with a win in Arizona.
Oh, that's good.
20-13. And the Chiefs won last night for all you Kansas City fans. They survived a close game down in Atlanta. So, listen, love football. This is just a beautiful time of year. There's so much fun stuff going on, and football is a big part of it. So, not for you,
Are you
though.
going to plan to go to an NFL game this season or a Hawkeye game, maybe?
I don't think so. I have no plans to go to either right now. Now, if someone were to offer me tickets, then yes, I would consider it. But as of right now,
if you need a date to the Hawkeye game,
I cheer really.
Brain is available.
I cheer loudly. Is that like? Can I advertise that?
Are you gonna paint your chest and then?
No, I'm not. I'm not that kind of fan. No, heavens no.
I don't know.
I'm knowledgeable.
I've seen you wear some questionable things.
Stop. I'm knowledgeable about the sport. I will spring for food and beverages occasionally. I'm a good person to sit next to.
See, I'm just down to tailgate.
Yeah,
I don't need to go to the game.
Wrong with that.
I'm just down to eat some hot dogs and wings and whatever else you got for me.
Wangs. Tailgating is half the fun. So, yes, Caitlin Clark, good news, bad news yesterday on Sunday. It's Brady Cortland on K-Hawk. And the song that is officially number 1 on country radio, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, off the Twisters soundtrack.
I'm surprised it took that long.
It took a while, but it got there. Tornadoes move faster than that song did to the top of the charts. But hey, it's Luke Combs' 19th number 1 song.
Is that all?
In case you're keeping track at home, folks.
That's fine.
All right, we're keeping track because tomorrow we wrap up listener lunch for the month of September. Where did September go?
I don't know. It's gone.
It is like a basket of bread at Biaggi's.
1 week from today is the final day of September, which means we've got one final listener lunch at Biaggi's tomorrow. And then on a Wednesday, fingers crossed, we're going to have a new lunch destination to announce to you.
October, fall. Where will we be eating and watching the leaves change color?
Well,
we hope to tell you then.
We hope.
So congratulations. We can tell you our final September winner is Michelle and her coworkers with Transamerica in Hiawatha. They'll be joining us at Biaggi's on Collins Road tomorrow for some Italian food.
For carbs, man.
Yeah, a little carb loading on Tuesday. It's all right. It's nature's energy.
What?
I don't know. Carbs, they give you energy, right?
Doesn't give me energy. Makes me want to take a nap.
Well, I think the amount of carbs that we tend to ingest on Tuesdays is our problem, but I digress. If you want to get entered for Lister Lunch, you can do that. Right now, it just takes a couple minutes on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Purdue Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Outskirts from Sam Hunt. Good morning. It's Brady Cortland. Cortland, I don't know if you've heard or not, but Apple has a new iPhone coming out, or that is out and now available in stores as of last Friday.
The only reason I know this is because you told me about this last week. And then you told me this morning that you have to take your kids to go get their new iPhones this week.
So listen, here's the deal. I will say this. Both Chase and Carly have phones that are eligible, and our carrier that we go through is having a deal where you can get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us as long as you have a trade-in that is in good condition.
And you have kids who keep their phones in good condition.
Fortunately, I have 2 of them right now.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. Well,
I once put my phone through a washing machine.
Let's talk about Kaylee's, whose phone looked like it had been dropped from the International Space Station.
One time I put my phone in my purse and I put a bottle of soda in my purse, and then I drowned my phone in the soda inside of my own purse.
They tend not to work well after you do that.
No, they don't.
So,
I broke my phone so many times as a teenager.
So Chase and Carly excited about getting these new iPhone 16 Pros. They are also saying to me and Holly, hey, listen, You don't have to pay anything. We're going to go ahead and cover the sales tax ourselves, which I thought was very nice.
Wow.
They both have jobs. They both can pay for that.
That's amazing.
And so,
look at you raising responsible kids.
don't give me too much credit. Come on, you don't see what goes on behind closed doors. However, this is interesting. Now they want these new Apple iPhones. They're boasting what's called Apple Intelligence. It's Apple's version of AI. Okay.
How convenient that it has the same initial.
Isn't it, though? It's great marketing, by the way. I have to agree with that. However, here's something I'm reading this morning that I was not aware of. Apple right now is advertising this new AI, Apple Intelligence, on the new iPhones. And they want you to go buy a new iPhone. But when you buy it, your phone will not have Apple Intelligence on it yet. They're asking you to go out and buy a phone, marketing this new technology that the phones don't have yet.
What?
This is true. Apparently, the much anticipated AI software the company has been touting since June. Users will have to download the software features over time as they become available during the coming weeks and months.
Well, why would you even go buy a new phone then?
Well, you got to take advantage of the deal when your cell carrier has it. I understand that part. But
you're essentially just buying
you're buying an upgraded model of last year's phone. Don't get me started. Every carrier does it. Apple's notorious for it. But here they've been touting now with AI. I've seen many commercials.
I saw the commercial for that this weekend.
The couple sitting in bed and they're like touching it. And they're like, ooh, Apple Intelligence. Nope, can't do that yet because it's not on the phone.
That's okay.
I don't want to call it shady, but
I just think that's. Were they just over eager and they were like, it'll be ready. And then they're like, oopsie, it's not ready.
It's kind of ready.
I mean, I guess I would rather have them take their time so that it's not super buggy and awful.
Yeah, very true.
But at the same time, it's like, now what incentive do I have? Like a slightly better camera?
Yeah, I mean, for everybody going and grabbing the new iPhone 16 and you're like, oh, now I have Apple Intelligence. No, you don't. No, your intelligence is not increased at all, actually. So
you're the same amount of intelligence.
You're exactly the same amount. So I just want to throw that out there because I didn't know.
No.
I had no clue.
And I saw you freak out over there right before we came on the air to talk about this.
I can't believe that. So anyway, will it stop my kids from wanting them? No.
Absolutely not.
No, I'll still have to go and make it happen. So it's Braden and Cortland at Jayhawk.
It's time for the latest in country music news. Country Quickies with Braden and Cortland from 98.1 K-Hawk.
Well, we'll lead off with some baby news, baby gender news, and a country star who wasn't supposed to reveal it, but he ended up doing it anyway. That'd be Brantley Gilbert.
Oops.
His wife Amber confirms, yes, Brantley not supposed to tell people what the gender of their third child is, but Brantley says, quote, I slipped up and I told folks in a conversation in a recent interview on what fatherhood means to him. Brantley said, we do know what it is. We do know the name. And then he goes, I guess I've said him a time or two. Yes, it's a baby boy. So congratulations. They're having a boy.
Well, that's great.
He just wasn't supposed to tell anyone quite yet that they were having a boy. So anyway, congratulations to Brantley Gilbert.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward.
You got to be careful.
I think he probably got in trouble with the wife on that one.
Maybe a little bit.
Let's move on to some good news, shall we? In a video from one of his tour stops in Louisiana, Jelly Roll stopped his show to talk to some fans who were standing right by the stage. A sign that the couple was holding up got his attention because it said that they had just got married. After asking the couple about it, they confirmed that they had just gotten married earlier that day around 1 o'clock.
Oh, my gosh.
They shared pictures and videos from earlier in the day, and so Jelly Roll asked them what they're doing for their honeymoon, and they said they weren't sure yet. They were still trying to figure that out, and that's when Jelly Roll said, quote, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you $10,000 to go is what I'm going to do.
What?
The deal is all I want is videos, baby. You all right with that? What about the newlyweds, y'all? So yes, he gave this couple $10,000 to go on their honeymoon, and that's going to pay for a pretty nice honeymoon.
When is Jelly Roll going to be encountered again?
He's so nice.
He really is.
And
he truly is.
Clearly, they weren't asking him for money. They were just like, hey, we just got married today. And he's like, here's $10,000.
I don't know if I've ever covered anybody who is more appreciative of their success and fame.
No.
It's awesome to see.
100%. He's the best.
All right, and finally, Morgan Wallen had a big weekend. He played Knoxville, Tennessee's Neyland Stadium for 2 sold-out shows. Of course, Morgan grew up in East Tennessee. He's a Vols fan. And so, man, he brought out the special guests for these 2 shows. Night 1, walking out with Morgan, was the national champion Tennessee baseball team carrying their College World Series trophy. Later on that night, a guy named Eric Church joined him on stage.
It's casual.
Yeah, no big deal. And then for night number 2, his walkout involved members of the Tennessee football team and a certain number 16. Yes, Peyton Manning, dressed in his old college uniform, walked out on stage at the stadium with Morgan Wallen. And then later in night 2, Morgan Wallen bringing out Miranda Lambert for a surprise duet. They sang the song Thought You Should Know as a duet.
Oh.
So, yes, a big night. Sold out shows in his home state. That's always a pretty cool thing.
And finally, remember last week when we talked about how Zach Bryan had deleted his Twitter after making a post that threw a little shade at Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Well, now he's apologizing for that because the Swifties came for him pretty hard.
Yeah, they did.
So he actually shared a story on Instagram, and it said, "For the record, guys, I wasn't coming for Taylor the other night. I was drunkenly comparing 2 records, and it came out wrong. I know there's a lot of stuff that clouds around Ye, and I was speaking purely musically. I love Taylor's music, and pray you guys know I'm human and tweet stupid things often. Hope one day I can explain this to her. Twitter gets me in trouble too much, and I'd say it's best to stay off it." And then he went on to say that he's having a hard time right now, and he was projecting. And he said that he was going to go listen to Speak Now, Taylor's version, and think about what he's done. So he does actually like Taylor Swift. He has a great appreciation for Taylor. He just happened to say some stupid stuff on Twitter.
I love the fact that he also said you probably shouldn't tweet while you're drunk as well.
No, he said it like 9 times.
Not a good idea.
Don't tweet and drink. Don't drink and tweet.
I think that goes for all forms of social media. Just, don't post when you've had a little something to drink. Those are your country quickies this morning. It's Brady Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, number 1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Where the wild things are from Luke Combs. Good morning, Brady Cortland on a Monday. Not just any Monday. Oh, no, it's another Good Vibes Monday where we celebrate the good things in life, right?
Could be something big that's going on in your life. Could be something small. Could be something you're looking forward to or something that happened over the weekend. Let's start with you, Brain. What's your good vibes?
Listen, just open up the window and go, fall.
Yeah.
Okay. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 40s and 50s for the rest of the week. October right around the corner. Some of my favorite events of the year coming up, like Pumpkin Fest and Anamosa. I know Fall Festival weekend is coming up this weekend in Gays Mills, Wisconsin. Just, it's getting to be my favorite time of the year. We're so close. Open up the windows at home.
And then we'll get to enjoy it for 2 weeks. And then it'll be winter.
We got to put some good vibes out there. We deserve a nice, long, extended fall to enjoy the temps, the colors, the food, everything that's going on. So, man, I'm just all about it. I'm so happy it's here.
Me too. And yesterday when we were at Makokata Cave State Park, it was like my first taste of fall.
Yeah.
It was the perfect temperature outside. And you could already see some of the leaves starting to change colors and fall down from the trees. And I was like, finally. Also, another good vibes. You know, my mom came to visit me this weekend. We had all sorts of fun. We bought almost matching leather jackets.
Look at you, leather jacket sisters.
But one of the highlights had to be after the Makokata Caves, we went over to Bluff Lake Catfish Farm and we had ourselves some all-you-can-eat chicken and shrimp. And I'm sad to say that we did not get refills on anything because we got 4 giant pieces of chicken and then a ton of shrimp, and we managed to eat everything they gave us, but we couldn't go for seconds.
It's so much.
It's a lot and the fries and the coleslaw.
Oh, I know.
And our view, I haven't been there in a few years, and they really kind of redid that entire space. It
really is nice, isn't it?
And we were looking out the window directly at the waterfall. Mm-hmm. That was our view while we were eating, was the waterfall.
Did you go feed the fish and see the turtle?
No, we didn't see the turtle and we didn't feed any fish, but we did take a few pictures out there. So those are up in my Makokata Caves article if you want to check out pics.
All right, we love fall, can't you tell? Also, I can't wait to start wearing flannel and sweatshirts and stuff.
I bought the cutest sweater this weekend at the Vintage Market at Hawkeye Downs. It was the last one in my size. And so I said, it's fate. I must own it. So it's hanging, just waiting to be worn.
By the way, if I ever sound like that when talking about clothing, turn my mic off and hit me with something. I found the cutest jacket.
It's so cute.
I'm not saying it's not.
I'll show you a
hard
picture
time.
when we're done here.
All right, fall. Bulky clothes to cover up your fat. That's my kind of year. My kind of season. All right, we want to hear from you now on a Good Vibes Monday. You can call us at 365-3698. You can message us on the 98.1 K-Hawk app. Hit us up on Facebook, too, if you've got pictures from something fun you've done recently. It's a Good Vibes Monday. Brain and Cortland on 98.1 K-Hawk. On a Good Vibes Monday on 98.1 K-Hawk, encouraging you to get involved and tell us about the good things going on. You can call us at 365-3698 or message us on the 98.1 K-Hawk app.
We got to give a shout out to Shell, who commented on our Facebook page and said, we saw Ella Langley, Chase Rice, Dierks Bentley, and Hot Country Nights. The show was amazing, and highlights include Chase Rice bringing his dog on stage.
And there's a picture of he's a black lab.
Yeah, and he's wearing a little vest.
Look at that.
It's so cute.
Glad you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, that would have been a fun one to go to.
Yeah?
We also have some wedding posts coming
Look
up.
at that.
I know. Trish said, we celebrated my son Blake and his new wife Ashley's wedding. It was a perfect day. There's sparklers going off during their first dance.
Pyrotechnics.
I know.
That's gutsy.
And then Macy said, I stood by my childhood bestie's side on Saturday and watched her marry her best friend. I'm
that's
assuming
nice.
It's a different wedding.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be out, though, if it was the same one?
This is the prime wedding season right now.
Getting close to it, yeah.
I know 2 people who got married on Friday the 13th.
Brave souls. All right, if you have something to celebrate on a Good Vibes Monday, could be a wedding anniversary, could be a birthday, tell us about it. 365-3698. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Braden Cortland on a Good Vibes Monday, and people are willing to talk to us. That's always great because they want to share a lot of fun stuff going on.
I love when we get calls on a Good Vibes Monday, but we also have some comments rolling in, including a birthday. Lucinda said, my dad will be celebrating his 94th birthday tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations.
94. That is a hefty number right there.
That's a great number. Congratulations. Hey, another important birthday, a little bit lower of a number, though. Let's go to the phones.
My Good Vibes Monday is I celebrated my 9th birthday on Saturday.
Wait a minute. Is this Savannah?
Yes.
Yeah, happy birthday! It's your birthday.
Thank you.
We were going to wish you a happy birthday coming up soon, but now we can just wish it to you over the phone.
So what did you do to celebrate your birthday?
We went to the farmer's market.
Cool.
So did I. Did you buy any cool stuff?
I bought some necklaces and stuff.
Savannah bought some necklaces on her birthday at the farmer's market. That's a Good Vibes Monday right there.
I was going to say we could say it to your face, and then I realized, no,
hold the phone up to your face.
still,
so you can
we're still on the phone.
say it to your face. Good Vibes Monday. If you have something to share, call us at 36. Cedar Rapids #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, Luke Bryan. It's Braden Cortland on Good Vibes Monday. Lots to celebrate and be happy about today.
Oh, how about this? Amanda said, I'm celebrating 18 years of marriage today with my husband, Sean.
Well, congratulations, guys.
What's the 18-year anniversary? What's the gift? What do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's all up to interpretation. You look. You
Cat's eye.
What?
Cat's eye. It says the 18th anniversary is associated with the unique gemstone, cat's eye.
It's so weird because Holly and I are celebrating our 25th, and I think it's cat's butt.
I just saw another one that says it's porcelain, so just depends, I guess.
You got to get a
On what
porcelain.
website
You got to get a porcelain
cat's eye. No.
Honey, I love you. I got you an artificial cat's eye.
You get a porcelain cat, and then you put the cat's eyes in as the cat's eyes.
For more creepy gift ideas, message us, Brain and Cortland.
Says the guy who
That
has
sounds
a taxidermy cat in his office.
That's not a real stuffed cat. Come on now. Let's go to the phones and find out more non-creepy good vibes. What's going on today? K-Hawk, good morning. Welcome to Good Vibes Monday. What's going on?
Hi, I just got back last night from a black tie wedding in New York.
Ooh.
And it was so fun. And I have never been to a black tie wedding before, so to have it in New York was extra special.
That sounds like really fancy and a lot of fun.
It was.
I bet the food was really good, too.
Yeah, black tie wedding in New York City. Yeah, that's okay. I guess I could go to that.
Sounds really nice.
Yep.
Those people have money.
100%. She said it was a buffet, too. You keep going back up.
Yeah.
That's what I like it. Yeah, make that tux fit extra tight.
We also got a comment from Cindy who said, my daughter made it home safely from her AT adventure in Germany.
Oh, wow.
She hates flying.
Oh, well,
Don't we all?
No kidding. Especially overseas like that. I mean, that's a whole nother experience entirely. You know well what that's like.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
Back to the phones on a Good Vibes Monday.
My son married his high school sweetheart on Saturday after they dated for almost 9 years
Well, congratulations. Where'd they get married at?
in Marengo at the Red Barn.
Ooh.
That's cool.
What are their names?
Yeah, so it was beautiful. Jacob and Bailey.
Jacob and Bailey, congratulations.
We also have to say congratulations to our friend Camden.
Oh, Camden.
Camden is always at the Radiothon with us. She has the best smile of anyone you've ever met in your life. And she is kicking off homecoming week today and wanted to let us know that she made homecoming court at Hempstead High School.
Vote for Camden Risner.
Camden.
Nice job. We're smiling right along with you today. That's awesome.
I love that so much. It makes my heart happy.
That makes my Good Vibes Monday even better, just reading that today.
And how about this? Megan said I got to help work on my first Habitat for Humanity house on Friday.
Very cool.
It was great to volunteer some time to such a rewarding community.
Also want to give a shout out to Rachel over on the K-Hawk app. She says, my brother got married this past weekend. It was the most beautiful wedding, and I finally have a sister.
Oh.
So, and then Rachel included a beautiful photo of everyone. Looks like you guys had a great time. Everyone looks wonderful.
And Katie went to Des Moines for the Utah versus St. Louis NHL game this weekend.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know that was happening.
I didn't either, but
Shared a photo with us on the Facebook page.
thanks so much for the calls and comments. And no matter what you're celebrating on a Good Vibes Monday, you can always reach out and share it with us on the app or on our Facebook page. We love looking at pictures that you share with us.
Yes, we do, especially when there's dogs involved.
More dogs, please. It's Braden Cortland on a Good Vibes Monday on 98.1 K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk, Parmalee, and Gonna Love You. It's Braden Cortland on a Monday morning, and we are resuming the K-Hawk Cash Cow today. Hope everybody had a great weekend off. It's back to codes. It's back to entering them on the app, and it could win you $30,000 in cash.
All right, get on with it. What's the code?
Sorry. They're like, Brain, come on, give me the code. Code this hour is 734.
734.
734. Enter that right now on the K-Hawk app. It's another entry, another chance to win $30,000.
Did you know that 4 + 3 = 7?
It's that kind of math genius that you'll only get here on K-Hawk. I told you earlier about how many bottles of Diet Mountain Dew that it could buy. Mm-hmm. And it was, 12,000?
It was a lot.
Yeah. And then that would last you 32 years if you had one per day.
If that's how you choose to spend the money.
Or if you're me and you're on your second one this morning because it's Monday, slightly less than 32 years.
And if you drink that money, I don't know that you're going to live that long.
Yeah.
So
It'll be fine. No matter how you spend it, good luck entering those codes. Your next one coming up at 10:20 at K-Hawk. Cedar Rapids, #1 for New Country, 98.1 K-Hawk. Messed Up As Me from Keith Urban and Braden Cortland. I got to tell you something.
Okay.
Last Friday, Keith Urban's new album, High, came out. Mm-hmm. And I told you I had spent a little bit of time with it briefly, and I wasn't overly impressed. Well, I gave Keith another chance over the weekend. I listened to it a few more times, and I will tell you there are some songs on there I do like.
Like what?
Wow, you're really going to call me out on that right now.
No, I just thought you were giving recommendations to people.
Wildfire is really good. And then there were
I'm sorry, you said it wrong. It's Wildfire.
Yeah, the other thing that really confused me is all of the song titles are in caps.
So it sounds like he's yelling.
Messed Up As Me! I mean, I get it, Keith. We're all a little messed up, but there's no reason to yell. Here's the vibe that Keith gives me. Keith is in his mid to upper 50s right now. He's approaching 60. And don't get me wrong, he's a youthful looking guy. You'd never guess he was that old.
No.
But I just feel like maybe when you're getting close to 60, we shouldn't always just sing about how tonight's the night. And it's going to be the best night ever.
Well,
And
Kenny Chesney kind of does the same thing, though.
yeah, I feel like Kenny has a little more complexity and emotional depth in some of his songs. I don't know. Since he's gotten off the beat stuff.
It's just really into like cool guitar licks. You know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong. No matter what kind of album he does, I always feel like you need some of those songs on there. But I'd like a little more.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right, Keith, if you're listening, Brain has complaints.
My 2 cents, Keith, if we could talk about the direction of your career since you're still, going strong. Never mind. All right, dad joke to get us out of here on a Monday.
Well, since we are officially into fall, I thought we would transition over to some fall dad jokes.
Excellent.
I've got a great first one. Brain, how did the tree get a new job?
How did the tree get a new job? I don't know.
He had the right qualifications.
No. I thought you said it was a really good one. Qualifications.
Qualifications.
I think we should.
What's wrong?
I think we should, from now on, just pronounce that word that way.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you have any good qualifications? And then we're like, what did you just say?
What are your qualifications for this position?
I don't know. I'm really trying to branch out.
Oh, just wait till you hear all the gourd ones.
Oh, I can't wait. Happy first full day of fall, everyone. Back tomorrow morning, bright and early at 5 a.m. Until then, so long.